I will discuss with you the medical imaging, and especially in that it's a very wide field, and especially in that I will discuss the morphological enhancement. Now, if we just go for that, why we want image or signal enhancement, whether it is a medical field or in any field, our interest in image enhancement or image segmentation or image processing is only one. That is, we want to extract as much information from the image as is possible. Our all medical images, whether it is X-ray, whether it is MRI, ultrasound, they are used by the doctors to get information inside the body so that they can come to a conclusion, they can do the diagnosis. Now, if that information which is available in that image or in that ultrasound, if we can read mathematically or if we can quantify in a more precise manner, then whatever information is required by the doctor will be used by him in a better way and to give better diagnosis. So visually he may miss some of the points, so we try to highlight only those areas, those points, that information which is there in that image in a better way so that he can see that information and take the diagnostic decision. So our interest is to enhance, to improve the quality of the image in such a way so that the information desired by the doctor is available to him in a very easiest way. The advantage of this is many times what we see in our day-to-day life, we try to consult a doctor who is very senior, who is having 30-40 years of experience, rather than moving to a person who may be more knowledgeable, but his experience is not that high, because on the basis of experience, some of the diagnostic decisions are much better. So here in our medical imaging, we are trying to acquire the knowledge of an experienced medical doctor, and we want to put that and enhance the image in such a way so that our young medical professional gets lot of information which the senior doctors could have taken from that image, information which is desired as per the literature available or as per the information required with respect to books. So if that whole information is given to the young physician also, his decision will be more better. So we are not trying to replace the doctors, we are only assisting the medical professionals to provide him more concise information so that his decision becomes more constructive or more effective. So keeping that in mind, there are large number of image enhancement tools or techniques which are available. The simplest one is we will try to improve signal to noise ratio of any image. The purpose is either the information, signal means it carries information, either we try to identify this is the area where the information is there, we try to enhance that, like in electronics you have read amplifiers, we try to amplify that, or we try to suppress the noise. So in both the cases, if signal to noise, either signal is enhanced, even then SNR will be high, or noise is suppressed, even then SNR is high. So in both the cases, we must try to find out what is that where information is there, what is that in image where we find that it is not information, it is only noise. So we have to identify signal, we have to identify noise. So we do lot of filtering, etc. You have read in signal processing and image processing. Filtering is one of such methods. The method which I will discuss with you, that is morphology, mathematical morphology. This is not based on frequency. Like in filtering, we only try to filter out certain portion which is not desired. Say if we find that my information is in the range of 0 to 100 Hz, So I will keep 0 to 100 Hertz, and above 100 Hertz I will try to filter out. So it is based on frequency information. Whereas morphology is a, you can say linguistic, is a science where we decide on the basis of the structure, size, shape, pattern and color. So we try to identify that which on the basis of size, shape, pattern, color, whether there is some information on the basis of these. If it is there, then we will try to highlight that, we will try to identify that. So this morphology is basically shape based. We know that in case of ECG, there is a pattern. So if pattern or signature for a normal ECG is 1, for a disease like in case of ischemia, if T wave is inverted, then this is another pattern. So doctors, they just see visually the pattern. From the pattern they are able to find out whether this is a normal ECG or abnormal ECG. If abnormal, then this ECG belongs to which type of disease. So pattern information is also very important. In case of imaging, we have MRIs. In case of breast cancer, etc., there are certain you can say tissues. The shape of those tissues is very important. Whether it is regular, whether it is irregular, whether it is small, whether it is large. The doctors, they do the diagnosis, whether it is a tumor, whether it is benign, whether it is malignant, it is only on the basis of shape. So we as a signal processing or medical imaging processing professional, we try to see what the doctor is interested, what information he is extracting with the help of naked eye. So same, by using some mathematical tool, we will try to extract from the image and we will provide him in a more quantitative manner. So the size, the doctor sees this is an ECG, the R wave is there or not there. In case of arrhythmia, T wave is inverted. How much is inverted? He decides that, and in which lead it is inverted, he decides on the basis of that where the problem is. Now if we give him a quantitative information, T wave is inverted, it is inverted by this much magnitude, then his diagnosis becomes more near to the exact disease. And after giving some medicine, then if we say that his T wave inversion has started going back, he gets the confidence, yes, the patient is responding to medicine. That quantitative information also if we give, now earlier it was 1 centimeter, now it has become 0.9 centimeter, 0.8 centimeter, his decision will be more correct. So this is what we just want to do it. Now in case of imaging in morphology, we have certain patterns which we want to identify. So I will discuss that if there is a shape, if that shape I want to extract from an image. So first I will try to enhance the image. I will try to identify those areas in the image which are having the shape similar to the shape I am interested in. I will first identify those shapes. Then I will try to highlight those shapes. For that we will see what are the patterns, how we proceed, how we use some mathematical tools to identify that. So our aim is to identify certain structures from the image and we will try to identify and we will try to enhance. So my interest with you will be to discuss that what are those shapes, how we identify them and how we highlight them so that that information is given to the professionals. Now to start with the image components that are useful in representation and description of the region. I just want to represent that this is the region where the doctors, they have identified some malfunctioning of the tissue. So that area I want to identify. In that area, what are those tissue structures I want to identify. And for that purpose, the algorithm which I will discuss with you, we need an image, we need a structuring element. I told you that morphology is based on shape, size, etc. So some structuring element we will identify. That means the shape which I want to identify should look like this structure, this shape. So I have identified doctor, we just discussed with the doctor what exactly you want to see in this particular image. He says that I want to see an area where the shape is not a regular circular type of tissue, it is irregular type of tissue which may resemble nearly a circle or an oval shape. So we will try to find out that is this the shape you are interested in? If we say yes, then we try to see the image mathematically where a cluster of such shapes exist in the image, or there is no such cluster which exists in that image. So this we would like to identify. So we require two things. One is the image, which the ultrasound, X-ray or MRI, any modality we have used to develop the image. Second one, after having discussion with the doctor, we identify which are those shapes in which you are interested in. So two things are required. We will be using set theory to develop the mathematics. Set theory, I have only given one example. One is union of A and B, then intersection of A and B, complement of A and B. So there are number of such rules you have already read, so I will not go through that. So you just try to keep in mind, we require a knowledge of set theory, we require an image, we require domain knowledge which we will get from the doctor. What is that structuring element which we want to identify? Now structuring element is the processing element. You have already read image processing where filters were used, and in case of filtering, if you recall, you must have used a template for simple averaging. Template was, is it okay? You must have read. This is simple averaging. We are adding 9 pixels and divide by 9 gives me the average of those 9 pixels. Now similar to this template, this is a square template. Here in morphology, this template shape will be decided by the domain expert. Okay. So the first one is structuring element, is the processing element. It is like a mask which we use in filtering. The size and shape plays crucial role. Our interest is to identify certain shapes. So that means size and shape is the crucial thing which we have to decide intelligently. Otherwise, we will get some results, but those results may not be very useful. Many people, they say morphology, all these algorithms are available in standard tools like in MATLAB and many other such application tools which are available. So they have one image, took some structuring element, applied, and some results, some good figures you will get the image, then processed image. Now unless you have the domain knowledge, it will be difficult whether you could improve the quality of the information which is present. So there the problem comes. People are not having domain knowledge, people do not understand what they want to extract from that. Then the results, the figure, the photograph may be better looking as compared to the earlier one, but if there is no information content improvement, then it is of no use. Then typical structuring element are cross, square, disc, diamond of different sizes. These are the standard structuring element, but you can develop your own structuring element after having discussion with the domain expert. Now these are some of the structuring element in which doctors are interested. Say on top left is malignant, On top right side is benign, where non-cancerous condition is there. You will see normal tissues, they have a very clear margin. Boundary is very defined. When you go away from the normal towards cancerous or malignant, you will see that there can be interruptions in the boundary, where the boundary may become discontinuous type of boundaries, or the shape may be very, very random. This is with respect to boundaries. So one domain knowledge which we have, that is the boundary carries some information. We have to identify structures where the boundary is small elements, where the boundary is uniform, non-uniform, interruptions are there. So some mathematics we have to develop so that we can identify this condition. Second one is shape. You will see shape is oval, round, lobular, different irregular shapes are there. More the shapes are irregular, boundaries are irregular or discontinuous, the chances of behaving that tissue as malignant increases. This we do not have. These doctors, they say that we see only this thing. They only have an image. So we just want to quantify that knowledge into a mathematical knowledge so that they get more confidence. Then the density in an area, say 1 centimeter square area, how many such tissues are there? If the density is low, it is towards normal tissues. If the density becomes high, it becomes abnormal or malignant. So we got the information that this is what we want to extract. We have an image with us. Now we will try to go ahead how to get this information by using certain mathematical tools. Now this is my filter, which is an average filter, where I have used 111 as the coefficients. Now if I use this type of template, it is 5 by 5 template. Here you will see that I have taken this is 0, this is 0, this is a 0, this is 0. So my template structure is like this. So we say this is one type of structure which is like a diamond. So I may be interested to identify that the tissue in which I am interested should look like this. Area I want to identify in the image, is it looking like this? Then the size, this is a 3 by 3. I have increased this size to say 5 by 5. I can increase this size to 7 by 7. I can add 1 zeros in such a manner so that my interest is taken care. So this is how we decide the shape. Now I will not go into detail because there are large number of such structuring elements. This you will get only after having knowledge about this particular subject, after reading so many books with respect to these shapes, etc. Then automatically it will come to you that if I use a structuring element of this shape, then definitely it will give me better result. Maybe after selecting certain shapes, you will process your image, then you will show to the doctor, to the expert, whether this image looks better as compared to the original image. If we say yes, this particular image looks much better as compared to the original image, it has more information and very clearly visible, then that structuring element and that method becomes my development. I have developed that method. It may be using the existing techniques, but that is my own knowledge, that is my own work. So if I freeze that, if I put that along with any ultrasound machine, then the ultrasound machine image will directly have this particular area marked in that image, where it will show that these are the areas which are to be looked in. These are the areas where you have tissues which are abnormal in shape. These are the areas where the tissues are normal. Now the doctor, by clinical examination, by other test, he can confirm even by biopsy, etc. Because this is what additional information we are giving. Then by using some other technique like biopsy, etc., he can confirm that yes, this particular area has tissues which are malignant. Now, I will discuss with you for this type of structure identification, we use these mathematical tools: erosion, dilation, opening, closing, top head, bottom head. These are the filters which we will discuss. I will give you a brief idea. Erosion and dilation is any structure, any image you want to dilate, means size is increased. Erosion, size is decreased. So simple, same word meaning is used here. Example maybe first I will discuss these two basic tools, dilation and erosion. Now if you take blue picture is the original picture. Blue picture is the original picture. By dilation, blue picture will be converted to green. By dilation, blue will be converted to green, and by erosion, blue will be converted into yellow. So that means these two methods will try to reduce or increase the size of the shape of the tissues which I want to identify. Now this dilation and erosion, the extension will depend upon my structuring element. If structuring element is circular disc-like, you will see that this round, the increase will be a very round type of corners will be very round. If it is diamond, the corners will have different shape. So I just want to dilate, I just want to erode any such figure by using my own structuring element. Why I want to erode or why I want to dilate? My interest is if tissue size is very small, if tissue is white and bright and its size is very small, those which by naked eye doctor might miss, I first want to identify those. Tissue size is very small, but it is dark, black in color. The doctor again by naked eye may miss. If the contrast in the image is not there, very high contrast is not there, even then those small structures may be missed by the doctor. That means the problem is at incipient level. The disease is at incipient level. A doctor may miss, because these days you must have seen the medical professionals, they are so busy, they will spend hardly any time in having discussion with the patient. They spend 5, 10, 20 minutes. In that 20 minutes, they will discuss the history, they will discuss the problems, then the examination, all examination, whatever they have done, then they will advise also. So the time is too short, and then the person who has taken the image, he may not be that experienced. Ultrasound he has taken of a different area, problem may be at a different place, but it is an ultrasound of the abdomen. He has focused MRI on a particular region where the problem is at somewhere else. So other tissues will look like very small and light in intensity. So our interest is that by dilation and erosion, if it is a noise, we just erode it, so that they should not be confused with the structure or tissues I am interested in. If it is of interest, shape is similar to the shape I am interested in, it should be dilated, so that I can increase that particular shape, I can enlarge that particular shape. I may assume that maybe after some time this particular tissue may grow like that. So dilation and erosion becomes important. So dilation can be of a grayscale image, or it can be a colored image. Say we can refer to grayscale. It can be, these days many images are colored image, or grayscale images are also equally popular. But in case of dilation, I is the image plus is the sign for dilation, which is used very commonly, and S is the structuring element. So I am having image, I am having structuring element, I use an operation plus circle, which is dilation. So it means if this is my structuring element and this structuring element I have placed over my image is extended on this side. So each pixel of the image will have some intensity, and these are the structuring element magnitude or the coefficient values. So by just placing it, if I am trying to find out the value which will be replaced with the original image value, I will see if in this particular structuring element, if anywhere 1 is there, then my image, if at this particular point is not having 1, I will replace it by 1. So that means I will dilate. It is having 1 here, 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 but at 1 or 2 places it is not having 1. So that pixel will be replaced by I. So it should come within my structuring element. In the structuring element, if there is any pixel in the image, if it is not high or 1, is replaced by I or 1. So my mathematical expression is maximum image m minus I n minus j Sij. So Sij is this particular template. This is a I0, J0, I1, this is 0, 0, this is 1, 0, this is 2, 0, this is 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, and so on. These are various elements. So I will operate this on my image, that is maximum Im. And this structuring element, when it is moved on this row wise as well as column wise, M may be 10 and may be 20. So 10th row and 20th column. At 10th row and 20th column, I have placed this particular structure. So M and N will be indicating the location, and I and J will be with respect to the pixels in the structuring element. So you just try to move the structuring element over the whole image. It is simple as we do in case of filtering. It is almost similar to that, only filter template is different and this template is different. So operation is exactly same. Now you will see blue is the original image. This is the, say, shape. I just want to dilate this particular structure by using a disc type of structuring element. You will see original was having corners. When I used disc type of structuring element, the corners have become round. So if I find there are 2-3 pixels which have shape having resemblance with my structuring element, by using structuring element I will dilate that shape into the shape of the structuring element. So because in the image I want to identify which are the area where the tissues have shape similar to my structuring element. So now you will see that the shape of the structuring element has become very important, because I will try to identify tissues which have shape somewhere near the structuring element, and I will draw that shape, that nearly structuring element shape into the structuring element itself. So this is again corners in place of sharp have become round. So if there is a small patch which is not visible, that patch will be grown by structuring element into a shape which will be just like a structuring element. So doctors now can pinpoint, can look into that area. Is there any information in that? So we have highlighted, we have provided him some guidance. You just look into this particular area. There seems to be some tissues where the structuring element have similarity. So our aim is to provide him more information. Our aim is to guide him that you look into this particular area, that he can take a tissue piece from that area, go for send that tissue for biopsy, etc. Otherwise, if he has to decide, some doctors may find that this area is of interest. Other expert may see that this may not be interest. This is the area where some malignancy can be there. That is why in many cases after biopsy, if the biopsy is alright, is not that your diagnosis is the person who is being diagnosed is not having any malignancy. If it is negative, yes, malignancy is there, then this is a true test. Otherwise, the test may be true or may be false. It is only that in that area there is no malignancy, but any other tissue nearby there can be malignancy. So malignancy can be missed in that way. So we just want to highlight that. And here also you will see structuring element becomes more important. Now this is another example. Say black is my original image A, my structuring element is a square B. So if I move black over this white area, so my white area will be dilated. So it means dilation will make the image more brighter. Dark area will be reduced. Now we being signal processing or medical imaging person, we also try to look into what is happening in the image from the engineering point of view. Medical is okay, but from engineering point of view, we also try to understand what is the effect of this particular process. So dilation will make the image more bright. So we will see that if the doctor is not interested to see, he may say that you have increased the brightness. We will see how the brightness level is further reduced in such a manner that both the image looks having the same brightness, but the area where the interest is there, that is highlighted. So the effect of dilation is the image becomes more bright. So dilation of an image by structuring element, as the structuring element is position, okay, this I have already discussed. Now this is an example. Say this is my image, this is the structuring element. If you place the structuring element, say here, if I place the structuring element here, image is having, structuring element is having all 1, 1, 1. So I would like to replace the element where my arrow is there. That element is already 1. So then I will move my structuring element to this point. Now again this element I want to make as 1 if it is 0. If anywhere near this particular element, in the area of structuring element, any element which is having 0. So in the end, here if you just see, if you place it here, so this is 0, but left it is 1, above it is 0, above left it is 1. So that means in the structuring element region, 1s are there, so this element should be replaced by 1. So my element here, it has been replaced by 1. Whereas at this particular point, if I place 1, 1, 1, so there is no element in the area of structuring element where the original image is having 1. So this is kept as it is. So only area which is having resemblance with my structuring element will be grown or dilated into the shape which is slightly bigger than the structuring element. So that area we have tried to identify. This example I have taken a very small 2 by 2, but mostly structuring element can be 3 by 3, 5 by 7, 7 by 7, 5 by 5, depending upon the interest. Is it okay? if you have any question in between, please ask. Interactive session will be better. Okay? So any question? I am again discussing very elementary, keeping in mind that after having at least this lecture, you should be able to apply morphological filters on any of the images.
So it means in programming we have to consider different structuring elements.
Yes.
Altogether.
We have to first decide which structuring element will be most suitable for my application. So main research, first part of the research will be to find out the shape and size of the structuring element. Then rest of the mathematics is almost similar to your filtering. Okay. So in image or signal processing, first try to develop your concept. Otherwise, if you read the mathematics, you will be so much confused. You will find mathematics is so difficult. First, you try to see that what you want, and this function which you want to use, like dilation, I want to use. What is the basic principle behind dilation? How it will change the nature of my image? Once it is clear, then mathematics is already subroutines are available, functions are available. Coding is not to be written, but the concept should be clear. This function will change my image in such manner. So structuring element is one research requirement. Second one, where the research is required. Then the application of that, any tool you can select, any standard tool, and the output also, interpretation of the output, where the domain expert interaction is very important. Whether he feels by using this structuring element, the image has improved or not. If he is not satisfied, he is the end user. We are doing for him. If he is not satisfied, then that means either we are not able to understand what exactly he wants in the image to see, structuring element, shape, size, or there is something else. Okay? So structuring element is an area of research. Size, shape, and if it is a color, then pattern and intensity and color also. All these things are important.